When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll bring it out. It's Finnegan. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So James Madison's offense will take the first swing of the game. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Proctor. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Going to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Turning it on! He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes!
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
Syracuse, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Syracuse's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness, It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game, and there's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a... return on that one. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Flowers.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Using the back as a receiver on... No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Defenses throughout the week study every... down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, James Madison.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snagged in the middle, it's Finn. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's second and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. Punt is on its way. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll run this play from the pistol. Going to run it. It's Henderson. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. From the gun, the running back looking for room. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The Dukes will have it first and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Dukes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Hit as he throws. Intercepted deep in his own end. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Stewart. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. The 30. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the... They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires downfield. Snags it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. He's into his happy place, the end zone, and he's been very, very happy because he's been there regularly in the first half.
Yeah, most people are happy with, several touchdowns in a season, but you just feed him and he keeps getting in the end zone, keeps piling up touchdowns. Those stats are just climbing up and up and up. Thank your offensive lineman. Take him out to dinner tonight.
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Touchdown, Dukes. He found some open space. Jets.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
James Madison, 28. Syracuse, 0.
He'll start the return, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. And lucky for them, they got that football back. You want to hand off some momentum. That would have been the way to do it. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. From the gun, running back gets the give. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened? And what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Dukes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'd be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to change this route. Going right to work up top. Finds his man. It's Flowers. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Henderson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He has the first and still on his feet. He now has 61 yards rushing, and he gets closer and closer to a 1,500-yard season.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
The run from the shotgun. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, James Madison. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Alabama. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. A quick pass to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Takes it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Proctor. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a gap. It's Stewart. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
A solid gain on that one. Goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Looks it in at the 40. He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Finding an escape route. He's now up to 75 yards rushing, and what a season he's putting together, well on his way to a 1,500-yard campaign. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's got it again. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. up this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And that one is picked off in the end zone. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Casey. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. He lost one down the sideline. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sandoval. All out of space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Back to throw, it's Casey. Got his man out of the backfield. Spins away from the defender. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all of these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Henderson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
Here we go.
Back has it. Plows through the defense. Picks up the first down, still moving. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football, and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's #2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Now on the move. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They go to the draw. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. The give on the option. Breaks into the open. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Big guy smells it. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous party gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Snap to the back. Creates a little room. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.